What started as a simple love for designer bags has grown into one of the country's top luxury resellers. And I sat down with the Bag Hub's founder, Maia Urrutia, to talk about trust, style, and building a brand that stands the test of time. Let's watch this. Hi, we're here with Maia Urrutia, founder and CEO of the Bag Hub. She's one of the first in the luxury resale business.
Thank you for having us here.
So let's talk about how you got started. I know you had a love for designer bags, and how did you turn that passion into a business?
So my love for designer bags really started 18 years ago when I was fresh out of college, working in a TV network in sales and marketing. And of course, in sales, as you know, people were so beautiful, my coworkers were well-dressed, but I was on a tight budget, so I would go ukay-ukay shopping. And that was my first exposure to designer pieces. That's where I got to feel it, see it. But syempre, ukay-ukay, and I was so young, I didn't know that, hindi ko naman alam kung authentic yun or not, diba? But I had this idea na, what if I resell them? But the opportunity really came when I got pregnant. I was also very young. I had to resign from corporate and then find another source of income. So my husband back then, he was very much into online shopping. So I asked him to buy me a few bags. We were able to sell it right away. And then eventually I was just so blessed because people started entrusting their bags to me. Everyone is into pre-love. Not naman everyone, but a lot of people are realizing the value for money on pre-love yung binili mo, right? Yes.
Because you could actually get a very nice, excellent quality bag.
Of course.
Even if it's pre-love.
And we're very known for our mint condition bags. It's not like the ukay-ukay type. We really make sure that it's curated. Okay, tell us about why is the most sought after bag Hermes now? Hermes.
Yes.
Because you're not just buying a bag, you're buying its heritage, you're buying its story. And I think what makes it more special is how you buy it, the process. Like, you have to build your profile first.
You can't just walk into any Hermes store and purchase the bag that you want. But in the pre-love market,
it's always available, readily available. So yeah, people love it because I guess when you finally get your hands on it, it's like you won a lottery or like, wow, it's an achievement.
But here, it's very accessible in the sense that you could have your dream bag in mind, and they tell you what they want.
Actually, our strong suit is consignments, and with consignments, it's a surprise every day. You don't know what you're getting because people come to us to have their bag sold.
What was the rarest bag that a client brought to you for consignment?
Maybe this one, the Kelly 25, because it's really hard to get. Even if you have a portfolio and Hermes, they wouldn't easily give you an exotic skin. And this one really can command a high resale value. It can double its price.
How much would this go for?
Around 5 million.
Wow, for this bag?
Yeah, for that bag.
Compared to in-store, how much would it be in-store?
Probably around 2 million plus.
It's actually cheaper in the store.
Of course it is, because it's hard to get. You can't just walk in and ask for it.
I knew of a story before. There was this big celebrity, a Filipina, who walked in to Hermes and she couldn't get the bag that she wanted.
Yes, that's it. Even if you have the money with you, they won't sell it to you.
Even if you have 5 million in your pocket.
Yes.
What are the common misconceptions when buying pre-love?
There are a lot, actually, especially during the early days when I started. Parang they would say na baka may kasamang malas or may kasamang karma or the people who are selling their bags.
Bakit superstitious pa sila, no?
Yeah, naghihirap ba or something like that.
yeah.
So I really saw it differently. I took it as a challenge to educate our followers about sustainability, about circular fashion, and the benefits of buying pre-loved bags. Like you automatically save from retail. It can retain its resale value, and then you can even earn a profit if you decide to
But there are
resell
also
it.
collectors. And the true collector knows when to update
Yes.
her collection, right?
Yes, yes. It's about timing.
Tell us about your bags here and who are your clients?
They're a mix, mostly professionals, lawyers, doctors, and then we have business owners. Sometimes we have celebrities, but they want their transactions to be private.
And the celebrities, do they come here to consign or
They
buy?
do. Most of the time, they just contact us for consignments, and then they send their bags over to us.
And also you mentioned not all bags are for investment.
Yes.
It depends on the
Yes.
bag. Tell us about the factors that we need to consider.
So the factors, first you need to consider the brand. Of course, there are brands that belong to the top tier of the luxury pyramid. Those are the big ones, Hermes, Cignal, Dior, Bilyonaryo. And then you have to consider the rarity and the demand. There are bags, let's say, you say it's limited edition, but it doesn't mean that it will retain its value because it's just out there for a certain time. It's seasonal. The bags that really appreciates in value are those that are part of the permanent lineup or the permanent rotation of a brand.
Would you consider this one a holy grail?
Definitely. So it's rare. It's in crocodile leather,
Tricolor.
tricolor. It's vintage actually, but you see, it is such in a very good condition, diba?
Perfect size.
So,
like I said, 28
And this is a 20.
is perfect. And the Bottega. It's not the Manatita bag, right?
It's not a tita bag. It was actually very popular last year, especially the Jody.
Yes, this one I recognize. And even with the younger set,
Yeah.
they want that.
Yes.
When you see your favorite celebrity, for example, carrying a bag, that's when the fans out there, they would want to copy
Yes.
whatever she's wearing. And it's aspirational for them. Like, I
Yes.
want that bag. I want that look.
Yes, that's how we are.
What's the feeling for your clients? Tell us how, for a client wanting her dream bag and finally getting it.
They're so thankful, and I guess what they really appreciate about us, it's not just finding the right bag for them. I guess it's also our service. That's what they thank us for. That's what whenever they message us, oh, I had such a great experience, excellent service. It was actually my husband's idea. Authentic designer bags minus the ouch in your pouch. We're really known for our good deals, and it perfectly captures who we are. We want authentic luxury bags to be attainable by aspirational women like myself.
What is the story behind the name? The
The
bag
bag
hub?
hub, actually, I just needed to put up my Facebook during that time, and I needed the name, and then I wanted a simple one that's easy to recall, and then I said, okay, bags, because I'm selling bags, and then I thought of hub, bag hub, and come to think of it, hub means central point where everything meets, so it's a perfect name.
What was it like during the early days? 2009, right?
2009.
So, wala pang boom of online selling.
Yes, it was totally different. I needed to do, naglalako talaga ako ng bags. I had to go to Makati during lunchtime to show my bags or line up in doctor's offices.
Oh, you yourself go?
Yeah, I was doing everything. I was a one-woman team, so I'm proud of that experience.
There you have it. That's how you do it. If you have a business, dapat all out, effort,
Yeah.
personalized service.
Just a tip, don't buy right away. Me, I usually wait for like 6 months or maybe a year. I wait for the reviews to come in because I
Don't
want
buy
to
right
see.
away,
Yeah.
even if you see it everywhere. Or
Yeah.
especially when you see it everywhere.
Except if you have extra cash and you don't mind how it wears. But most people are like that. They just like the style. But me as a reseller, I know how a bag ages, I know how it, alam mo yun, after a few months of use, how, kung ano yung tatamaan na part, ganyan, medyo kabisado ko siya. So,
And there are bags also, noticeable yung wear and tear, no?
Yes.
And there are bags that hold their structure as well.
yes, yes. So, I'm very wary of those.
So do your research
Yes.
before you get a bag. Is there any bag in your collection, personal, that you won't ever sell?
Maybe my Chanel collection.
Oh.
So I'm a Chanel girly. I've been collecting the classics for years. I won't sell them because I know that I won't be able to get that price again.
Okay, finally, I want to know, as a founder and CEO of this business, what was the biggest lesson that you've learned?
Biggest lesson would be, I guess, letting go.
Letting go.
Because I'm a micromanager. I still struggle with that actually. So the hardest lesson for me was I need good people who share my core values to grow the business. And it took me a while to delegate the key parts of our business like consignments, authentication, because I was so used to doing it, but it kind of stalled our growth. So once you find those good people, you have to have a solid plan on how to keep them.
And share
we're
the
very proud
passion.
of our team.
Maya, I know every CEO's dream is to grow the business.
Yes.
What are your plans moving forward, and how are you forging a path towards that growth that you want?
We've actually set our vision 3 years ago. Of course, like everyone else, we want to be the biggest, we want to be the best. We're actually planning to expand and put up another branch in the south to make our services accessible. Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
May I invite our viewers, where can they find you?
So if you're looking to buy smart luxury and to consign your bags, we're the bag hub for here at The Grove by Rockwell in Pasig City.
Thank you so much for
Thank
showing
you.
us around lovely, beautiful bags, guys. This is Maia Rodriguez for the Daily Dish, only on the Bilyonaryo News Channel.